This is again a very interesting video on a topic which is having a one single scheduler thread in our Spring Boot, which is again a very big problem in our real production applications. So if we are having two different methods and each is having a schedule annotation attached with it, so it will just run one by one, not simultaneously, not parallelly. It is solved by two different approaches, which is a thread pool and async. At the end of this video, you will understand these two things very clearly and you will answer the real interview questions about the scheduling, clones, and thread and async. You will completely understand this with a really practical things. And if you need the code of this, the code of the whole project is in the description. You can just pull the code and use it in your own local machine. So let's say we have two methods here, the task one and the task two. Okay, so we have these methods. If the task one and task two times are sync, because at the same moment both tasks will run. So it will run first this and then second this, because the schedule have only single thread by default. Single thread by default. Okay, so schedule have single thread. So we will get late in running the task, not parallelly. It sounds like there are 10 different dishes and there is a one cook who made each dish. So let us say if this task take 20 hour, so next will start after 20 hour. After 20 hour. So that's the real production issue we will face in the real production applications. So how we will tackle this? To tackle this, we have two approaches. First one is to use a thread pool, which we have seen that a thread pool, and the second approach is to use at the rate async. Async. Okay. So first we will understand what is the thread pool we have. Okay. Thread pool. The solution is add more thread. To add more thread, what do we need? We need a configuration class to add more threads. To add the configuration class, configuration. Okay. Let us say we have the configuration class. Now add the configuration class like scheduler config class. It will implement scheduling configurer. By the scheduling configurer, we can see there are methods to implement. So there is a method to implement, which is a configure task. Let us seek in the class, which is the scheduling configurer. Scheduling configurer is a functional interface as it is having only one method, which is this. Okay. Now let us uh, use it. So in this, we will use our thread pool. So we will use the thread pool scheduler. Okay. Thread pool scheduler. So we will see the scheduler equal to new, that is thread pool scheduler. From our thread pool scheduler, we need to schedule the set first our pool size. So our pool size is 5. So we have created a pool of threads. So is the pool? So there is a thread pool for scheduling. We need a pool in which we have a thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4, and thread 5. So these are 5 threads we have seen. And now we need thread dot initialize, and then we will assign it to our thread. So we have a taskRegistrar.setTaskScheduler, and we will assign our scheduler to it. Okay, this is so simple as how we implement it. So this is a thing that we should implement it by the configurer. There are two ways to implement. As for thread pool, we have the two ways as to have the configuration class, or just a application.properties. Application.properties. Okay. If you don't want to do these all type of configuration, let just erase it. If you don't want to do that, and if we want to erase it, so we can do it by the single application.properties method. So here is the application.properties. We'll just add a little thing which is spring dot task dot scheduling pool size. Okay, default it is 1, as we can see here is by default 1, but we need to put it as 5, as here we also put it as 5, but we now commented it, so no configuration right now. So this is a single line which will configure the scheduler thread. Okay, now if we rerun the application, we will see all 5 threads are now working. Okay, the 5 threads are there, but we will not see right now as we do not have anything. So right now, if you are in the real production, all 5 threads are concurrently will work with you. Now let us see another approach, which is async approach. Async approach. To to use async, we just need two steps. As first, to apply at the rate enable async. Uh, sorry, async, and the second is to add the rate schedule at the rate async on the method which we are using, like async. So this is on main class. Main class. So to have this, we can go in the main class and then we will enable async. So this is also a common mistake by various beginners, that they just forget the async method here. And in the method in which we gonna use the thing, we will use a async here. Okay. So now this method will run independently how the heavier tasks are there. So use async when your tasks are doing something like slow, like calling APIs and other things. So async will run parallel things. Now the code link is in the description. You can pull the code out and use it in your own local machine and run it by the Postman. For more such content, subscribe to the channel to get the latest update of these type of advanced things to you.